So besides change being a constant, I think one of the only other things that is a constant is failure. I guess anything that we do in business, since it's such a long journey, involves a lot of failure. And like I mentioned in my other videos, which I might link somewhere, I don't know, go check it out. It's probably in the playlist somewhere as well. Failure should be seen as not the other side of the coin compared to success, but together as the same thing. You should see success with failure inbuilt in it, right? Because you need failure in order to get to success. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Check it out. So failure is something that can happen, will happen, definitely will happen actually. So the sooner we come to terms with it being there, the better for us. But now that we know how or what failure is, how do we overcome failure in business then? Well, there are three main ways. Just three. And I think these are the three ways that once you keep in your mind, helps you frame failure properly and help you come up with ways to overcome failure in business. The first thing that we need to have in our minds when we look at failure is to consider contingency plans. Now, I'm not saying to have a backup plan all the time, but I am saying that we should always be aware of what the possibilities can be. For instance, fixating on something that we think will be the way forward might not necessarily be the best path. Why? Because, what if something else happens, right? I think this is something that can happen in business and to entrepreneurs as well. Because, I am an entrepreneur as well. I have that mindset sometimes where I think that whatever way I decide upon, the only possible way forward, and I double down on it, I put all my resources in it, and it turns out to be, not the case. So it's always important to take one step backwards, and if you are a chess player, you might find this familiar. You got to consider the alternative possibilities that may occur, right? Consider them, see how possible it is, see if there are other things that you need to consider in your plan, put them in so that you have a greater chance of success. That's the first way. The second way is to really surround yourself with the right kind of people. And when I say the right kind of people, these are the people that will support you, that have the right relevant expertise and experience, and can generally be a positive influence and bring positive vibes or positive energy into your life. So with these people around, you're more able to be supported through the down periods when failure happens, or to have a different, more positive perspective on failure. So when I was going through my business journey and scaling Vodian up, there were people around me that I am truly grateful and truly thankful for. One is my business co-founder. He is the co-founder that I started the business with and was with for the whole business journey. We were working together on the business for 17 years. So he was my sounding board, I was his sounding board. We were working together really, really closely. In fact, I think he might be the closest person in my life, even closer than my family. I spend more time with him than my family. That's the kind of people that you need in your life, especially if you're working on something together. Besides him, I had other people as well, various mentors, various business associates that helped me, gave me advice, gave me perspective, and I'm truly grateful to them as well. Finally, I think the closest people to me are my family. While they might not necessarily know or understand what I'm going through, the love and support I get from them, the encouragement, the motivation I get from them, the unconditional love, I think that's something that is, you can't find it anywhere else. And I think it's really, really sweet. They, like I said, they don't understand the business, but whatever I needed, whatever I required, if I needed their help, I could just call upon them to, like my dad would help me go meet people or take care of documents or run errands when I was busy. I think these are the small gestures or big gestures that show you that people are there with you, that help you through periods of necessarily failure. And the third way is to really understand your comfort zone and start to experiment outside of it. And that's something that I always hold close to my heart. That's a mentality, that's a mindset, that's a way of behavior, a way of being that allows me to consider things that I might not necessarily consider or I might not naturally consider. Just because I'm comfortable, just because I know this space I'm in really well. But sometimes the solutions that we are looking out for, the things that get us to success, are outside of this little bubble, this little area, this little comfort zone that we are in. And so experimenting outside of it is so crucial. It needs to be done. Otherwise, the world's greatest experiments and businesses could never have happened if they are entrepreneur founders, if they're founders, they are the teams that are in the businesses only kept within their comfort zone, only kept within their safety bubble. And so this is absolutely necessary to really overcome failure. And if you want to get to business, I think that's one of the things that you need to internalize. So these are the three things that absolutely must have to overcome failure in business. Number one, you need to absolutely understand the contingency plans, the different possibilities that are out there. Number two, you need to surround yourself with people that will support you, the right kind of people that will understand you and be on the same team as you are, so that everybody is on the same page, working towards the same direction. Truly essential. The third thing is to understand how to get out of that safety bubble, that comfort zone that we are in, to explore things that are uncomfortable to us and new to us, right? The experimental mindset is critical. You need to have that. Otherwise, it's so difficult and almost impossible to get to success. Hopefully that helps you. I've got to go, but don't go without liking this video. If you've taken something away, let me know in the comments down below, or even better, share this video and subscribe so that you can get notified whenever I put out videos like this. Take care everybody, love you all, and see you soon.